Hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It's been 2 weeks. We just started our tour. So last week we were traveling during this time, so wasn't able to stream. But we are back tonight, ladies and gentlemen. What's up in the chat? Welcome back, guys. Today is a fantastic freaking day. And by the way, I'm looking outside the window that's right in front of me right now, and the sun didn't even set yet. It's mid-setting. It's mid-set right now. But it's still light out, and that is something to celebrate right now. That is something to be excited about. Today is a great day. I'm in a fantastic fucking mood. I really am. Look at my little Harry dancing next to me. Ready, steady, go. Ready, steady, go. I love this album. I really do. If you guys want to talk about Harry's album, let me know in the chat. I want to see what you guys want to talk about in the chat today. What up, what up, what up? Guys, I just had, honestly, a delicious dinner as well. I was really in the mood for a burger, and I was like, fuck it. Let's get some Five Guys. Let's get some Five Guys. So we did that, and I added a hot dog in that bitch as well because I felt like I deserved it tonight. I deserve it every night, but I was like, yeah, I want a cheeseburger, I want a hot dog, I want fries. But the problem I have with certain places with hot dogs is I like a little snapper, right? Like a crispy little snapper hot dog. I don't like one of those long schlong hot dogs. I don't like any, like too big, like fatty hot dogs. I like a perfect snapper hot dog. But at Five Guys, they cut their hot dog in half and they split it open. And I do not like that at all. So, it kind of brings down the level for me. Haley Moore said Haley Steinfeld preggers. Haley, we knew this. We knew she's been pregnant. They did a whole announcement. Forever V Love said, wait, Five Guys sells hot dogs? They do. And they sell like different ones. Like this one, I got a cheese dog with ketchup on it. And I'm not here to talk about the toppings for hot dogs and what's acceptable and what's not, because in my world, you could put whatever the fuck you want on a hot dog and I'm okay with it. Like, I am not here to judge what you're putting on a hot dog at all. I don't give a shit. There used to be a place in Brooklyn that had funky hot dogs. And one of the hot dogs was a hot dog with peanut butter, pickles, and Lay's chips. And that hot dog was banging. It was so damn good. And if you were to tell somebody about that combination on a hot dog, you'd be like, probably be like, ew, that's disgusting. It was delicious. So I'm not here to tell you what you can and can't put on your dog. Do whatever you want. You want ketchup and mustard? You want ketchup? Just ketchup? You want just mustard? I don't give a shit. Hot dogs are delicious. I'm reading my text, see if there's anything good going on right now. So I'm like, people want to know about the Timothée Chalamet. A. Evan said, oh my God, yes, let's hear about Lil Timmy slandering the fine arts. Please, I need takes. So I'm a little lost on this. I saw the clip from the interview he did with Matthew McConaughey. But like Timothée Chalamet's whole family does ballet. And from what and maybe I'm mistaken here, what I took from what he was saying was that like, there are a lot of people that don't, appreciate it as much as they do. I don't think he was like shitting on ballet and opera, but maybe I'm wrong, but like, I don't know. I think he was just saying that like not as many people care about it. Which I don't think is crazy to say, but I don't think that is like dissing ballet and opera because they are very well-respected arts in my eyes. Maybe not in Timmy's. I don't know. People are saying he could lose an Oscar because of it. Isn't it late for that? But I don't know if he'd be losing an Oscar because of this. And he's definitely regretting it, for sure. Probably the way that he said it. If I had to assume, he probably meant it in the way that, like, people are not showing up for ballet and opera. And I don't want that to happen with movies. Right? Like, him being like, I don't want movies to turn into a place where people don't show up at, like these other places in the arts. But I think it came out in a different way. I think Michael B. Jordan is going to win the Oscar, though. That's my prediction. After the actor awards, I see it going in his favor, and it is so well deserved. I also think Timothée Chalamet, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ethan Hawke. I mean, here's the thing. You can make an argument for everybody in the category. But I think since the SAG Awards, Michael B. Jordan has been the number one pick. Let's see. I am scrolling through the chat. Is anyone watching Survivor right now? Who's watching Survivor 50? Ooh, we're getting some yeses. Okay, so my faves right now for Survivor 50, I'm rooting for Christian. I think Christian is so entertaining. I think he's such a smart player. I thought his breakdown of why each person was cast on the show was pretty spot on and like so in depth, in the way that he really thought it through was just so smart. And I just think he's an incredibly entertaining player. The ending of last week's episode of him falling on the ground was just A+ television. Like, it was just so good. So I am rooting for Christian to win the whole thing. Although I think when you are such a funny, endearing, smart player like he is, I think he has a major target on his back. So I don't see him winning, but I am rooting for him. Suri and Ozzy, I'm also rooting for. I like them as an alliance. I like them individually. And I'm always rooting for Suri. I think she's so fucking smart. I mean, she won the first season of Traitors straight up by herself. So she is just such a good game player. It's so funny when you like watching Survivor 50, because I haven't honestly watched a full season of Survivor in so long. But I used to watch years ago, like when I was way younger. And so to remember some of the moments that happened on that show that are just so funny, like Angelina with the, Natalie, can I have your jacket? Natalie, can I have your jacket? It's just all time. It's all time. I want to know what are your guys' thoughts on Joe? Because on Joe's season, he seems like a stand-up guy, but he's the kind of guy who plays like the honest game. Like, he doesn't like, when he sees people talking in conversation to the side, like it's a very honest game. To me, I'm not always the biggest fan of that, because I find that to be sometimes boring TV, and you need the liars and manipulators on shows like this. Like, fuck, I don't give a shit if somebody lies to, and then stab someone in the back. Like, yeah, if I'm rooting for the person they stabbed in the back, am I going to be pissed? Yes, but do I respect that kind of gameplay? Also, yes. So I think it was, what was Christian calling it with Joe? A Joe station. Christian was cracking me up when he was talking about Joe. I was like the way he was just like, we can't talk in front of him. We can't talk around him. Like, he was killing me with that. That tribe right now, I am just like loving all of them. It's so entertaining. And then of course we got Mike White. on the other tribe. But here's another thing. Like, I think people would see him as a threat as well. They're like, okay, why does Mike White, who created this all-time classic show, need to be on this right now, besides him being like a good hang? I also do wish Parvati was on season 50. She had just won Australia. So maybe she was kind of like, whatever. I'm happy that people in this chat are watching Survivor. Now, if you're not watching Survivor, I will switch topics because I don't want to take up the whole time here. But I'm so happy to be watching it again. And what drew me back in was honestly people from the early days of Survivor that I had watched, and kind of just like not wanting to miss out on such an epic season like season 50. Like I don't want to be left out of the conversation. And I love the show. So why not? And having something to look forward to every week to watch, because Traitors stopped, Tell Me Lies stopped. We still have Summer House right now and Love Story, and like new things fill in, but just like a game show like this, is filling the void. I'm just catching up on the chat right now. I think that the Billie Eilish element to it is pretty funny. I'm like, because they're on the island and they're like, whoa, Billie Eilish is like a fan of the show, which has to be like a surreal feeling and adds a funny element to it. But the boomerang itself, the idol, I like the idea of it. I think it's a fun switch up. I don't know if they've done it on other seasons, so sorry if I'm mistaken here, because I haven't been watching the past seasons, but I like the idea of like, you almost want to send this idol to somebody that's going to get voted out because you want it coming back to you. So it's weird. It's weird. Melina is asking, how are you feeling about Call Her Daddy and Hannah Montana? I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. I'm going to go into it with an open mind. My initial thoughts were kind of like, where does this fit in? I know that there's an interview involved and all of the big name people go on Call Her Daddy. But at the same time, my thoughts were, why is it not somebody like from the show directly? But then like her company, like Unwell, is like producing the whole thing. And so I'm sure that's has a big chunk of what to do with it. Excuse me. But I'm hoping there's a lot of maybe behind the scenes talk, and I'm hoping we see her perform as Hannah and things like that. We're probably expecting more than what's going to be given, but I have high hopes. I think it'll be cute and nice. Like, we're not getting some crazy thing, but we are getting something that will just like fill us with a little bit of happiness, which I'm happy to get. Who is the guest tomorrow? Tomorrow's episode will be Ariel Kebbel from John Tucker Must Die and Aquamarine and Vampire Diaries and Gilmore Girls and all those amazing things. And just such iconic movies. And she was so fun. And she gave us really great behind the scenes stories about some of these movies that I just was like shocked to hear. So I thought she was a great guest. And we also announced another guest that we have coming soon, but we can't release that for a couple of weeks. But 2 days of back-to-back great interviews that were so fun. Just like fill your heart up of like nostalgia. Sorry, I'm dealing with a little bit of cold, which is not shocking because this happens every tour. But I'm over the hump now. So like this weekend was the worst of it, and now I'm over the hump. So, but I'm just like a little bit congested, a little bit here, a little bit congested. And I got an IV last night, and I hate them because if everyone's okay with this story, because I'm going to tell like a needle story, but it won't be too bad. But the last time, because IVs are like, they're so popular now. Like people, you can go to a place and get an IV. You can have somebody like, I've heard people do it when they're sick, or some people do it like when they're hungover or whatever, like traveling a lot. And the last time was almost 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. I kind of forget when it was, but I wasn't feeling well. And I had somebody here come to an IV, and my veins are so small that I need, humble brag, just kidding, that I need like a pediatric needle for my veins, like when they draw blood or like IVs or anything like that. And I've learned that from past experiences, like when I had my endometriosis surgery years ago, they just couldn't fucking get it in my arm, and then realized that I needed a pediatric needle, whatever. So the last time I tried to get IV, it just was fucking disastrous, where the woman ended up like poking me somewhere and was like, oh no, I hit a valve. And I started bleeding, and it was a whole thing. And I was like, it's okay, I don't want it anymore, because like I thought I was going to faint. She was stressed and I was stressed. And then she left. And she left the needle on my couch. And I was like, yuck, 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 yuck. So I like swore off IVs. I like, people would like suggest, oh, why don't you get an IV before traveling to avoid getting sick? You know, boost your immune, which by the way, I take vitamins anyway, but like boost it right into your veins. And I would always been like, no, but honestly, felt like to get through this cold, and I got some more traveling coming up, and I don't want to be sick. I took one for the team and I did it. And I'm actually feeling better today. So it did work. Let's see. Reading the chat here. You know, interesting question. Mary Lynn says, being friends with Craig was this season a hard watch? How do you deal with seeing nasty sides of your friends on these shows? You know, it's like, yes, I would say we're friends with Craig. I don't want to be like, we're not friends, but like, yes, we are friendly with Craig. And obviously we only see one side of him. We don't see him often. And so like, I've never really been in a situation with Craig where I would see like this side of him, like his friends see, you know? So it is interesting. And that's why, like, a lot of times with these reality show people, it's nice to have like, I would say like a friendly banter friendship with, of course, and many people are so nice, and a lot of it, you know, happens on reality TV, and that's not like them in real life, or who knows, you know what I mean? Because we're not like hanging out with them all the time to even really know. But I don't have like a desire to be like besties with like a lot of people, like, because it's also like, then how, you know, I gotta watch these shows and talk about them, and like, you know, it's nice to have a little like, you know, separation of that, because I wanted to have like objectively watch the show and talk about it. And I think you can do that while also being friendly with these people, because I can talk about how insane Craig came off on the show while also being like, I've never seen that side of Craig, but I don't hang out with him that much to, you know? So I think, you know, people have their, on reality TV especially, goes in waves, where people have their good seasons and they have their bad seasons. So, and honestly, like, we have to talk about it on the show, and I enjoy talking about it on the show because I love watching these shows. And sometimes I think you can separate the show from like real life, even though it is a reality show, if that makes sense. Oh, what up, Robbie Fox? Honestly, I thought somebody actually was complimenting me, saying, wow, well said. But it's Robbie Fox. And I'm not saying that that's a bad compliment, but I know Robbie's like kind of trolling me right now. Me and Bob Fox were reminiscing about Richard Gere today. Honestly, I want Bob Fox to come on this show. I think we'd have great discussion. Throwback Barstool talk, our early days, smoking weed in the office behind Dave's desk and him not knowing. And now we would never do that. But God, Bob Fox and I would roll up a backwoods blunt, would head out the back, come back into work high as hell, record all day, go home, smoke. I wouldn't do that now. I would not do that now. Because I want people to handle it now. I have one hit now and I'm like, whoa. Let's see. Oh, Bob just sent me that he wrote in the chat. Oh, thanks, Bob. I appreciate it. He said hype in the homies. Guys, we have to have Bob Fox come on here, Ria's Rants, and have Bob rant about whatever the fuck Bob wants to talk about. Because me and Bob can chat all day long. Bob's one of my best friends in the office. I'm like bragging about being friends with Robbie right now. But Robbie really is one of my besties. Even though when we first started, so I started at the end of September at Barstool, end of September 2016. And Robbie started in October of 2016. And Robbie is from New Jersey and I'm from Long Island. And there were a couple of us from Long Island and Bob was from New Jersey. And we like had this joke where like, we were like, you're from Jersey and we're from Long Island. Like we can't all hang out. Which was just kind of rude. And we thought we were being funny, but we were just like annoying 19-year-old kids. And Bob was 18 and I was 19. And Bob was kind of a dick and I was kind of a bitch. Just because we thought that like we had to have like some sort of like, you know, wild personality. And then we dropped those acts and we became besties. Did Caleb Presley help you get hired or was he just saying that on Surviving Barstool? No, he did. He did. I was Caleb's intern, Caleb/Glenny's intern, if that makes sense. Because Glenny Balls, I went to high school with Glenny Balls. So he got hired by Caleb as his intern. And then Caleb was going to travel for some parties on the road for Barstool. So he wanted, like, as a joke, for somebody to come in and be Glenny's boss, but also Caleb's intern. So that's where I came in. Honestly, it's all so crazy when we think back to that time. Let's see. Did you hear about Andy Cohen talking about the dinner he went to with Southern Time Boys and John Mayer? So funny. I thought this was hysterical, and we talked about it on tomorrow's episode, but I'll talk about it here. Hearing the way he described going to dinner with these guys and like John Mayer's reaction to them, I can envision it. I can envision it so well, having gone to dinner with these people. Oh my God, I'm losing my voice. Midstream, I'd have to end early. Sorry, guys. They do have very interesting speech patterns and can be hard to follow, but that's why they are on reality TV. But they talk a lot. And it can be hard to follow. So John Mayer being like, I don't understand your rhythms is such a fucking funny thing to say to somebody, in my opinion, because I'm going to use that going forward. Like if I just don't understand someone, I'm going to be like, I don't understand your rhythms. Let's see what else is going on in the chat tonight. Cheryl Hall said, Robbie, tell Ria we want her makeup tips, please. Because I feel like I'm still trying to figure out how to do my makeup correctly. I have FaceTimed with Haley, who does our makeup for our shows and did our makeup for our weddings and everything, numerous times to give me a makeup tutorial basically over FaceTime to teach me how to do my makeup. And sometimes I follow that and sometimes I don't. But if you want like a specific tip about a certain product, I may have the answer. But like as a whole, I don't fucking know. You know, some days I love my makeup, some days I'm like, what the hell am I doing? We're not coming to LA, but we are in San Diego this weekend, Saturday night. We have Joey Grosade, Kelsey Anderson. Any tips for going to a solo show? Excited to see y'all in San Diego. Honestly, you don't even need a tip. It's going to be so fun. Just talk to whoever you're online with, who's in front of you, who's in back of you. So many people come by themselves. And that's what I really love, that people feel, if this makes sense, like safe enough to come to a show alone and feel like they will be in good hands of like, I'm going to be entertained. I'm not going to feel left out. Like this is a place where I'm going to feel included. And I love that. And it really warms my heart because I think we all struggle going places alone, you know, like it's always one of those things, like even like going to the movies, right? Like a movie, you're going to a movie, you're not supposed to talk during the movie. So going to the movies alone should not be a big deal. But we all have those fears. But then once you're there, you're like, oh, this is fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. So you're going to be A-okay. And you're going to have such a good time. And I'm sure you'll make friends there as well, because that always, like girls will come up, be like, oh, I just met her online. I just met her online. I'm like, that is so fun. Jamie said, I've been to a show solo and I made friends with the girls next to me. It was so fun. See right there. Amazing. I love it. I love it. I'm so excited for the Love is Blind reunion tomorrow night. I cannot wait to see what happened with Amber and Jordan, because I think some juicy drama happened, but we'll see. I think that this is not a spoiler because I'm really not sure because I haven't seen it, but like I've been hearing that they're already divorced. Back to our live shows, Jamie said, you also just spend a majority of the time listening and being entertained, so you don't need to worry about mingling too much if you don't want to, if you're afraid to be awkward. So true, because, you know, we do appreciate when everyone watches our show and doesn't talk during it as well. There have been situations where people have gotten real chatty, and it doesn't as much as ruin our experience because we're up on stage and we can't hear it that clearly, but we can hear when people are talking. It can be a little distracting, but it ruins the experience for people around them, where people are trying to, you know, listen and they're like, well, I can't hear anything because everyone's talking. So, but I will say for the most part, everyone is so respectful and just the best. We have the best listeners. So of course they're respectful. Kayla said, what was day-to-day like as an intern at Barstool? What'd you have to do? Day-to-day changed every single day. Like I cannot give you a play-by-play of what I did on a day-to-day basis because it truly changed every single day. Sometimes I was doing stuff in front of the camera, just random videos. Some days I was doing absolutely nothing, if I'm being honest, besides sitting on the couch chatting with friends and, you know, laughing about things. Other days we were doing like behind the scenes, like helping, you know, the business people, which I had no business doing that. Sometimes it was running errands, running to the store, doing things like that. It really changed all the time. And then it became like, it's up to us to decide what we're going to do today. And if we're going to like make something of being in this office every day. Megan said, what's your pick for best picture at the Oscars? I am torn between One Battle After Another and Sinners. I think Michael B. Jordan is going to take best actor. And I think One Battle After Another is going to take best picture. That is my prediction. Cheryl Hall wants to know bronzer, blush, and the lip liner or lip products. Thank you for asking. Bronzer, I use the Gucci bronzer that I picked up a habit from Haley, who does our makeup. She is like, this is a staple bronzer. Everybody uses it. So I started using that. I use Patrick Ta blush palettes. It has the cream blush and the powder in one. I have 2 different colors of that I use for my blush. Lips, I use the Charlotte Tilbury. I believe it's Foxy Brown or Intense shade. I love a brown liner. I'm like my mom in the 90s, or like Carrie from King of Queens, where like I always need to have lip liner on. So I do like a brown liner. And then I got this, I don't even know the name of it. Now I'm blanking. But there was a Tower 28 gloss I was using, just like a clear gloss and it kind of like smudged the brown liner into my lip, and it was just like my natural lip color. But right now I have on, and I'm blanking on the name. I can't get up because I'll knock the green screen over. So I'll remember it for next week. But it's just like, shit, you know what? I'm going to look on what, because I ordered it online. And I'm going to tell you what the name of it is, because I do not want to let you down, because I think it's great and it's fun. And you like click it like a pen. Let's see. My past orders. I'm going to let you know what it is. Okay, it's the Tarte Plumping. Yes. The Tarte Plumping Lip Oil. Maracuja. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. That's it. And they have a ton of different colors, and I got a couple of different colors of that. Catching up on the chat. Haley said, I have VIP and I'm excited to get a pic with y'all, because last time y'all were here, I brought my ex and he ruined our photo. That's hilarious. Bye, bitch. We're cutting you out of this one. You're not going to be in this pic. Sorry. Mary Lynn said, do you think Harry and Zoe are endgame? You know what? Weirdly enough, I was thinking about that in the shower this morning. We think about the most random things in the shower, right? Like, and I was listening to Harry's album. Oh, this is a good question for the chat. Are you a raw dog shower? Like you listen to nothing, or do you have like music or TV or something playing? Because I have 2 answers. Most of the time, I would say I'm raw. I'm wording in a way that I want to change. Silence. I mean, I'm showering with nothing playing. Honestly, a lot of the times, my husband will like come sit in the bathroom and we just talk while I'm in the shower. So, like, there's nothing playing. Or sometimes it's just silent. But if I'm like trying to get hyped out, like I'm going out somewhere, like it's a Saturday, I'm going out or whatever, like the music is playing in the shower. Most of the time, though, I feel as if the music doesn't start playing until I'm out of the shower. But sometimes, like a shower jam sesh just fucking hits. Just hits hard, where you're just like, boogieing. But Danny, you're so right. Like, weirdly love standing in the shower in silence. It's not weird. Like, standing in a shower with your own thoughts in silence is calming. You can collect your thoughts. It's where all the weird, like, why was I thinking, well, because I was listening to Harry. But still, like, that's like when you get into like your shower fights, you know, when you start thinking about the, you know, fake arguments in the shower. Do you guys do that, or am I crazy? Like, you start thinking of all the things you would have said in an argument. Could be from like 15 years ago. and it just comes up in the shower. You're like, fuck, I should have said this. It's nice though. It's nice. But yeah, sometimes like me and my husband are just like shower hangs. It's like, yeah, we're just chatting, which then prolongs the shower because it's like, you know, I was like, now I don't want to get out. I'm enjoying the warm. I want to know how you guys like your temperature in the shower because I like it steaming fucking hot. Steaming hot in the shower. My husband, though, does not. He thinks it's too hot when I put it on. And then he looks at me and he's like, your body is red. This can't be good. And I'm like, but it feels so good. The burn feels so good. Yeah, see, I feel like us ladies love a burning hot shower. Like it just like can never be hot enough. Sorry, I'm sniffling into the mic. My cold has been going in waves. Right now it feels better though. I'm going to take a steaming hot shower after this. And, you know, because my hair is in a slick back right now, the post slick back shower, when you finally let it out. What do we think about the rumors of Sally and Kyle? Man, I don't know. I feel like there's like rumors of Kyle with multiple people right now, Sally with multiple people. I have no idea. On stage at our show, she said that there was nothing going on, but who knows? You know what I mean? I saw something about him and Ava Dash, like holding hands and stuff. But then Ava Dash posted a roundup of pictures that Kyle was included in. And I think Jesse Solomon, and they both commented on it. And I was like, I feel like they're both trying to flirt in the comments right now. If I'm picking up what they're putting down. What's going on with Olivia Rodrigo and Louis Partridge? Good question, because I thought that they seemingly broke up as well. Right? Like, isn't that what, like, I feel like that's been the talk, is that people said that they may have broken up. I'm intrigued. All right, guys, we are going to wrap up soon, but let's get some final questions going on in the chat. Anything you want to talk about? I'm honestly think I'm wearing a pretty cute outfit today, but if I stand up, I'm going to knock this green screen over, and I can't bear to knock over our sweet Harry. What did you guys think of the album? Because I loved it. Mormon Wives. I don't have much to say about Mormon Wives yet because I'm awaiting this next season. And I feel like until the season's out, we can't really discuss. Jen, thoughts on Joe and Serena's new pop culture podcast on Well Network? I saw that. Interesting. I'm pretty indifferent about it. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like they've had a podcast for a while and trying to find like their place for it. So I'm rooting for the best for them. Joe and Serena are always a delight. So just want to say I can't stop thinking about Harry. Same. That's why he's up here. That's why he's up here up next to us. Love the album, and I'm not the biggest Harry fan, not for any particular reason, just some freaking good jam. Love it. Absolutely love it. And I'm in the camp of like, you do not have to be obsessed with who I'm obsessed with. You know what I mean? Like, that's fine. But I love that you're loving the album. If you and Fran put out a snack product, what would it be? Like, Probably something having to do with olives or cheese. Two things that we love. Coming Up Roses is just so beautiful. It's so freaking beautiful. Ready, steady, go. Ready, steady, go. Like, I'm afraid if we sing on this thing, I'll get in trouble. I'd love to make a balsamic. You know how much I love balsamic glaze. Dream guest for 2026. It's always going to be Miley Cyrus. She's always at the top of the list. Always. Lady Gaga, Harry Styles, all these people that are like truly dream guests, because I can't actually see them coming on the podcast because I like think that would be so insane. But honestly, you could have said that about like a lot of people, that I would have been like, that's insane. There's no way. But they're like, that would be so insane. You know, we do have somebody coming on next week. Again, a repeater that was one of our top guests ever, major fucking guests. And they're coming back on for round 2. That's just a teaser. So super fucking pumped about that, because honored that they want to come back on, and like, we're obsessed. So that's going to be amazing. Do you have a current hyperfixation meal? My current hyperfixation meal. That is a good question. Right now, I'm kind of all over the map because of traveling, but before that, I had a couple of hyperfixation meals going, particularly for breakfast. And yes, cottage cheese was involved, which I feel like a lot of hyperfixation meals these days involve cottage cheese, and either you're with it or you're not with it, you know? And I'm with it. I'm on the cottage cheese hype. But it's a hit or miss for people. Either you fucking love it or you're like, this is disgusting. I hate to break it to you, Hillary Duff is not making a guest appearance. And this is not me trying to throw you off the scent. We definitely would love for Hillary Duff to be on the podcast, obviously, but that is not quite in the works yet. But maybe one day. Maybe one day. Ready, steady, go. Ready, steady, go. I went shopping right before this because I didn't have any outfits for the shows this week. Well, I have a bunch of outfits. But like, when you're on stage and then you get the photos back and you're like, ooh, that didn't photograph well. You know, like, there's outfits that photograph well and there's outfits that don't. And sometimes, like, but last week I just wore like a classic dress. I think I'm just going to play the hits. You know, I got like a blazer and pants on Thursday. For Saturday, I have some like these shorts that I'm like, they're kind of longer shorts, which could be odd. They're supposed to be like baggy looking, but I don't know if they're actually going to be baggy on me. So we'll see. We'll see. Going to London next week, what should I say? I don't know what you should see for sure, besides like all the touristy spots, but you should definitely go to the Barbary for dinner in Covent Garden in Neal's Yard. It's so fucking good. It's so good. And Dishoom, so good. There's a lot of like hits that you got to play while you're there. Those are 2 of them for me. I never ended up watching Gilmore Girls, actually. I said I was going to start it, and I never did. Maybe next fall. We're past it now. We're past Gilmore Girls season. So if I'm going to do it, I can't do it now. It's got to be next. It's going to be next fall. What are the outfit vibes we should wear to the tour? Like, anything you want. Comfortable if you want to dress up. I see all over the map. People come comfy, or they are like, we're having a night out and we're dressing the frick up. So you wear what you're comfortable in. Honestly, Fran and I have floated the idea for the next tour, and let me know what you guys think about this, of being like slumber party vibes. Like, true show up in your PJs or your cozies, sweatpants, sweatshirts. Like, we'll do the same. We'll be wearing pajamas. Maybe it'll be like beds instead of couches on stage and just be freaking cozy. Like, that's what we want to do next tour. We talked about it last week. We went to go grab a couple martinis before the show, and we were all dressed up, and we love getting dressed up, but we're like a little bit uncomfortable. We're sitting at the bar and we're just like, trying to pull down our dress, and it's tight and we're sweating and we're just like uncomfortable. And we were like, when do we just do a slumber party theme so that we can all be comfortable and cozy, because we want to be comfy and cozy with you guys. So maybe that'll be for the next tour if you guys are into that, because I think that would be so fun. And it would be like gossiping at a sleepover vibes. I love that. I love it. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up. I got to do some packing. We are leaving tomorrow for our Seattle show, but this was so fun. I love chatting with you guys. Next week, I think I'm going to be doing the stream Monday night instead of Tuesday. So that's a reminder, everybody in the chat right now. I think it'll be Monday night instead of Tuesday. We have something that we are potentially filming Tuesday night around this time. Sorry, I muted. Around this time, so not sure how long that's going to go for. So I think I'll be doing either Monday night or Wednesday night instead. Let me know what day you guys would prefer. Would you prefer Monday or Wednesday? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the DMs. I love you guys so much. Thank you for chatting with me. And if you're headed to one of the shows this weekend, I cannot wait to see you. I hope if we meet, you tell me that you've been in the chat, because that would be so fun to meet face to face. I love you guys so much. Have an amazing Tuesday night. Whatever it is that you do, soak it in. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy watching some TV. Enjoy watching Summer House if you're going to go do that. Get your cozies on. Maybe do a face mask and just bask in this Tuesday night and get ready for the rest of the week, because you will make it through. You will make it through the rest of the week. Okay, love you guys so much. W's in the chat. Can't wait to meet some of you. Everybody have a good night. Harry says good night. He's kissing too. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.